Hello, everyone. Thank you and welcome back to my channel. And for those who are joining me on Facebook and other social media, James Eubanks, Fathers Against Inequalities Towards Humanity. And today I have a guest speaker, Kaylin, who's going to be joining us via on the phone. And the topic we will be discussing today is child support. Yes, child support. So this is a heavy topic in which a lot of men go through, and it weighs upon a lot of men, and I can definitely testify to that. So I just want to get it from a woman's point of view, what her thoughts is on that subject. And so, Kaylin, what would you like to say in terms of why so many men go through child support and the issues that face them?
I really feel like child support is honestly set up to hinder a black man from being successful. Every year, a lot of women and children die, and men um, die because of child support. The court systems make it so hard for the men that they don't see any alternative, so they end up unfortunately killing themselves and the mother, and unfortunately, most of the time, also the child. I feel as if a man loves his child, he will take care and support his child to the best of his ability. The court system tax on an amount that in some cases they can't afford. It's really impossible for them to be able to eat, to be able to live, and they're humans as well, and they need to live. A lot of women collect these huge, child support checks, and most of the time, the children don't even see the money. The mom, she's getting her hair done, she's getting her nails done, and the money's going to her. She's partying with her friends, and the child will have shoes that are too small, clothes that are too small. And I, myself personally, have seen that happen. And
Mm.
it's really sad, but no one attacks the mother. It's always the father that's being scrutinized and attacked and put in a bad light. Now, there are men who are neglectful. There are men who aren't fatherly. They don't care about their children. They don't want to support them. So that situation is different. But for the men who actually want to, but the court system make it so hard for them to do so because of the financial strain, they put on the father, and it makes it hard, and they really don't see a way out. And it's really sad. It's honestly, I feel like it's becoming an epidemic in in our society.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a real good point. So, I mean, the court system also say, it's about the best interest of the child. I mean, that's what they say. It's the best interest of the child. So they're gonna look out and make sure the child is getting what he or she needs. So
Right.
should they discount, the father? I mean, I know the father is also trying to make it, and with the money that he has, and it puts a lot of stress and strain upon him, where he can't hardly live, and there have been incidents whereas I've heard of individual fathers that have taken their lives and committed suicide because not just child support, they can't even see their child because of the fact that, you have also parental alienation, and that's another topic. But however, I feel that, do you feel that the bar is too high for them in order to be able to make it in life, to be comfortable? Or do you think, that, I mean, what are your thoughts on that? You think the bar is too high, or what needs to be done about it?
I feel as if the bar is set too high, and the the court systems put a lot of emphasis on the father and not also look at the mother. The mother is just as a parent as the father is. There are very few, situations where you will see a mom be putting on, child support, or a woman going to jail for child support, or a woman getting her license child support, but they will quickly suspend a man's driver's license for owing $2,000. Now, this man is working, he has a job, he's telling you, listen, my finances have changed, I'm no longer able to pay this amount, but they're still demanding that he pays this amount, even though he's saying, listen, I still want to take care of my child, I still want to be involved in my child's life, I just can't afford to pay this amount, but I can pay this amount. But because that's not good enough for them, or because of lies the mother has told the court system, they still expect him to hold this high financial responsibility, and then when he doesn't do so, they suspend his license. So now we have him unable to work. He can become depressed. He can become angry. A lot of things come from that, and I feel as if the court systems, they honestly don't care. Especially, I'm sorry, but if you're a black man in society, they really, really honestly don't care. They
Right.
don't. They don't care because they already have this mindset that black men just have babies and they don't take care of their kids and all this. But in some cases, yes, that is true. But in a lot of cases, that is not true. There are men who want to be involved in their child's lives. They want their children to be, productive citizens, and they want to help them achieve their dreams and goals. And I feel as if the mothers and the court system is a barrier between that.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes it very hard.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, I remember an incident whereas in Prince George's County, Maryland, where the dad was supposed to pay a particular amount. I think it might have been $600, and he was trying to get the mother to, not take that amount out on him. And however, in the process, they were unable to work it out. He got angry and ended up taking her life as well as a child. So, that's just one incident. But you have other incidents that happen as well, which is a sad situation. So, how do you feel that the court system, I mean, it should be, a 50-50 shared parenting anyway. So all the weight shouldn't have to fall on the father. So it's basically when it comes down to, the child support guidelines. And it has to do with the incomes. But however, it seems like that the father always gets the short end of the stick when it comes to having to put out, the child support itself. Now, one other thing is, do you feel that, and this is something that I'm thinking about too, if the father has to pay child support, do you think there should be some type of tax benefit at the end of the year that should be able to write that child off? I mean, that's been in my mind. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. If the father is paying, let's say $500 a month, why is the mom the only person allowed to claim the child? Why can't the father claim the child? He's taking care of the child just as much as the mom is taking care of the child. But because he's not in the home, he's not entitled to filing child support? Or needs to be a system set up where the father gets half of the return and the mother gets half, but it should not be a situation where only the mother is allowed to collect. No, that's absolutely wrong.
Right. And I definitely totally agree with that. And I think that would cut down on a lot of, issues, a lot of problems that, men face when it comes to that, because at the end of the year, they'll feel, okay, at least I can write my child, off on my taxes.
That's why the mothers look forward to an income tax return. Why can't fathers look forward to getting some of the money back they've given? Because at the end of the day, even if a father is on child support, and let's say he's paying, $500 a month, in between that, if the child calls and says, hey, Dad, I need this for school, a good father's going to say, sure, son, I'll get that for you. So he's still putting out other expenses that aren't accounted for. And the court systems want to say, oh, it's a gift.
Right. And that's the thing, because, the court system is basically, in my opinion, the way it's set up, you know, it just goes against the grain when it comes to the father. And, and they have the father paying all this money. And and the thing is, if you can't pay it, well, if you fall behind, number one, and don't work things out, you might be subjected to losing your driver's license, and then you can't work, and there's other ways they'll get you to try to pay that child support. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you're supposed to be obligated to pay, to take care of your child. You have a lot of men out here that are really great dads. They want to be a part of their child's life, and it should be a thing whereas, okay, like some mothers do, if you're not paying the child support, you can't see Johnny or you can't see Susie. That shouldn't be the case. You can't put that on a dad and say, oh, you can't see your child, because you didn't send any money over here. And that shouldn't be the case, because at the end of the day, that weighs heavily. It's all about the child. So the thing is, it's the way the system is set up, and I feel that it's an unjust system that a lot of men are faced with. So I'm not going to say that some women don't pay, child support, but I'm sure it's far in between, very few. But again, for those fathers that are out here that are trying to make a difference and may fall behind, but then at the end of the day, if you fall behind, then you might be subjected to going to prison. Now you got a record hanging over your head, as well as you're going to still owe money even when you come out. So I feel that the system should be overhauled, and something needs to be done because of the way things are set up now. It's a very unfair system.
I 100% agree, and I do feel as if it is an epidemic in our society of how the system is set up. It really, really is, and it's sad because at the end of the day, the only person that's losing out is really the child. They say they care about the child, but they don't. They really don't.
Right. No, they don't. No, because number one, the thing is, the states get a kickback from the federal government. So if they have fathers paying this child support, they get extra money that comes into the state. So it's beneficial to them to keep that money flowing in from the fathers, because they get a kickback from the federal government. That's the way it's all set up, and you have it also provides you get division within the family unit, because of this. The father's not a part of the home, in some cases the father doesn't have a home, so how the child gonna come visit him? I mean, where? How's he or she gonna come visit you if the father doesn't have a home to come to because he can't pay child support? You have fathers that are out there on the streets, fathers that, they have to stay in shelters because they can't afford to pay it, or they have to stay in their car. I heard of a guy, matter of fact, he worked for this company. He had to go, they got him a trailer or something outside the job so he can stay in it. So it's a sad situation, and the whole system needs to be overhauled. So because you have these particular judges on the bench, and at the end of the day, they going to favor the woman, favor the mother. So something needs to be done. But however, what are your final thoughts on this?
My final thoughts is that the court system really should take a look on their policy, the way they handle child support, the amounts that they take out of the father's check, the percentage. They they should really look into all of that to see if they really are being fair and just to the fathers, and to also make it so that it doesn't feel like the father's being punished for wanting to actually be a parent, and for letting him feel as if he's equal just as much as the mom and not less than the mom. I think that if those things were taken into account, a lot of less children would be dead, a lot of women would still be here, and also the fathers would still be here.
That is totally right. I definitely agree with that, because we have too many fathers out here that are not a part of their child's life, not a part of their child's life. I mean, I can get into parental alienation. That's another topic, but I mean, I can, talk about a guy. Matter of fact, that I ran into in Philadelphia, who told me, he didn't see his child for a while, and he tried to commit suicide, by jumping off a bridge, and luckily he was able to. He realized he was by himself. He was able to, swim back to shore, and he was a homeless guy, but it's a sad situation because he wasn't a part of his child's life. He wanted to be. So, but these are the stories that that you'll hear, and it goes on and on and on. And my heart goes out to these fathers out here. I can attest to it because I know, what they're going through. And evidently, like I say, the court system doesn't care. They don't care. They just want to fatten their pockets and everything else. And then you have certain attorneys that come in there. They want to constantly, get money into their pockets. So, and these men out here paying all this money for attorney fees. And it's crazy. People can't afford to be paying that kind of money just so you can be a part of your child's life. Just so you can be a child of your child's life. They're paying tens of thousands of dollars in this judicial system just so they can be a part of their life.
You're right. You have to pay for it. Yeah, you're right. It's wrong.
Right. So again, the system needs to be overhauled and something needs to be done because it's crazy, and it shouldn't. And fathers shouldn't have to go through that, jump through hoops just to be a part of their child's life. It shouldn't have to go through that. And I'm praying, and I hope something does change, and because it needs to be changed. All right.
I agree. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh yeah, definitely. I appreciate you on here, and I'll have you again. And thanks everybody again for joining me on the Fathers Against Inequality Towards Humanities page. And everyone, I'll see you again. Next topic, parental alienation. All right, everyone, take care. Bye.